The fair, of course, is all about the fun, it's all about the food, but it's also a chance for both political parties to reach voters in this crucial final stretch before the midterm election.
Yes, and 17's political reporter Maddie Gannon here now to talk to us about what folks were talking to you about here at the fair, and did they have a lot to say?
They did have a lot to say, Tammy and Alex. We're now just 47 days from the midterm election. We've been out here yesterday and today talking to voters about the most important issues to them ahead of November.
Rounding up. It's also called lying.
As we plunge towards November with campaign season in full swing, Kern County Fair goers have the midterm election on their mind.
We all need to really get out there and vote. So many of us are scared, not to. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Yes, it does. Every vote does matter.
Joseph Coots of the Bakersfield Host Lions has lived in Kern County for over 40 years. He cites education and election security as the most important issues this November, and notes he hopes to see former President Donald Trump run again in 2024.
We are not building back better. We're not having anything better.
An NBC News poll released this week finding 64% of respondents are very interested in this year's upcoming midterm election, an increase from midterms past. And in California specifically, a recent statewide poll finding the economy, inflation, homelessness, and housing ranking as top issues on voters' minds, something those in Kern County reiterated.
The homelessness, I'd like the politicians quit spending money overseas, spend it in our back door.
I think that we need to address the people on the streets.
For Carrie Van Ostal, it's a personal passion. She's studying psychology to pursue a career in mental health to address the issue.
We need the funds to be able to provide mental health for these people, to get them off the streets. I'm looking into doing just that.
The same poll by PPIC finding 69% of respondents favor Proposition 1, which would make abortion rights part of the California Constitution, something Coots supports.
A woman should have the right to do with what she wants to do with her body.
Meanwhile, for Rick Van Ostal, it's green energy and California's crippling drought at the top of his list.
I know they want to do electric cars by 2035, and I hope they have a plan to get a good infrastructure and the power to support that.
I'm not going to do that, okay?
Both Carrie and Rick Van Ostal said the number one issue facing the country is how divided we are. They said people on both sides of the aisle seem to be so angry at one another. Of course, you also heard Coots talk about how he thinks the country has gone down since President Joe Biden took office. And we're seeing that reflected around the country. An NBC News poll released in late August found 74% of respondents think that the country is not headed in the right direction. And as you just heard, we're hearing that reflected by some Kern voters as well.
All right, thanks so much. 17's Maddie Gannon joining us now with the political take here at the Kern County Fair.